Daily Horoscope for Virgo, May 19, 2025. As the morning light filters through your window today, Virgo, you'll feel an unusual clarity of purpose. May 19th brings a powerful alignment between Mercury, your ruling planet, and Jupiter, opening channels of communication and expanding your intellectual horizons in ways that perfectly complement your analytical nature. This is not a day for dwelling in the familiar patterns that typically provide you comfort. The moon's position in Capricorn today creates a harmonious trine with your earth sign energy, grounding your thoughts while still allowing for practical innovation. You may find yourself drawn to restructure systems in your life that have become inefficient, a project that naturally aligns with your meticulous tendencies. There's a certain methodical magic available to you today if you're willing to embrace it. In your professional sphere, colleagues and supervisors are particularly receptive to your ideas. That project you've been carefully developing behind the scenes today offers fertile ground for its presentation. Your attention to detail will not go unnoticed, as Saturn's influence sharpens your already impressive ability to identify potential problems before they arise. If you work in fields requiring precision accounting, editing, research, or healthcare, you'll find your skills operating at peak performance. However, be mindful of Venus in opposition to your sign, which may create slight tension in your closest relationships. Your dedication to perfection could be misinterpreted as criticism by more sensitive individuals in your circle. Communication requires extra care today. Remember that not everyone processes information with your level of precision and detail orientation. Take a moment to translate your thoughts into language that acknowledges the emotional landscape of your listener. Your health is particularly highlighted today, Virgo. The planetary alignment increases your sensitivity to nutritional imbalances, making this an excellent day to reassess your diet and wellness routines. Your body is sending you clearer signals than usual that slight discomfort you've been ignoring. It deserves your analytical attention now. Consider scheduling any overdue checkups or implementing that health regimen you've been researching but haven't yet begun. Financially, Mercury's favorable position encourages careful planning rather than impulsive action. You might discover a discrepancy in your accounts that others would have missed. Your natural talent for spotting inconsistencies serves you well today. If you've been considering reorganizing your budget or investments, the cosmic energy supports this kind of detailed financial analysis now. The day carries a strong current of intellectual stimulation. You may find yourself drawn to educational content, perhaps encountering a book, podcast, or conversation that perfectly addresses a question that's been lingering in your mind. Your capacity to absorb and organize information is heightened, making this an excellent opportunity for study or research. In matters of the heart, single Virgos might find themselves attracted to someone who challenges their intellectual assumptions while still respecting their methodical approach to life. For those in relationships, there's an opportunity to deepen understanding through honest, thoughtful conversation. Just remember to balance your natural inclination toward problem solving with simple presence and emotional connection. As evening approaches, you might notice a slight shift as the lunar energy begins to wane. This is an invitation to release the mental activity that characterized your day and allow yourself some genuine downtime. Your mind has been operating at high capacity. Permit yourself the restoration that comes with genuine rest. A particular area of focus today involves your sixth house, the sector naturally ruled by Virgo in the zodiac wheel, governing work, health, service, and daily routines. This creates a double emphasis on these themes, suggesting that adjustments made now to your daily systems can have long-lasting positive effects. The number 5 carries special significance for you today. You might notice this digit appearing in unexpected places. Consider it a subtle cosmic confirmation when you're on the right track. The color navy blue brings you particular luck today, perhaps worth incorporating into your attire or environment if possible. For optimum harmony, spend at least some portion of your day organizing a space that has fallen into disorder. The act of creating structure from chaos will feel unusually satisfying and serves as a physical manifestation of the mental clarity you're experiencing. A piece of advice: today's strong analytical energy could tempt you into overthinking emotional matters. Remember that not every human interaction needs to be optimized or solved like a puzzle. Sometimes connection flourishes most in the spaces where analysis pauses. Looking ahead to tomorrow, prepare for a slight shift as the moon moves into Aquarius, bringing a more experimental energy to your typically conventional approach. This preview allows you to finish today with thoughtful preparation for the innovation that tomorrow may require. Your perfectionist tendencies are both your gift and challenge today, Virgo. When channeled into productive avenues, detailed work, thoughtful analysis, careful planning, they serve you extraordinarily well. When directed toward impossible standards for yourself or others, they can create unnecessary tension. The cosmic invitation is to discern the difference with the wisdom that is distinctly yours. Remember that your methodical nature is a tremendous asset in a world that often moves too quickly to notice important details. Your capacity to see what others miss isn't just useful, it's essential to the collective. Today offers a beautiful opportunity to embrace this gift while practicing gentle acceptance of what cannot be perfected. As night falls, take a moment to appreciate the work of your busy mind, and then grant yourself permission to rest. The stars will continue their dance without your vigilance, and tomorrow will benefit from the renewal that only genuine relaxation can provide. Trust in the process. Careful Virgo, some forms of growth happen most effectively when you allow them their own perfect timing. For Virgo, on May 19, 2025, the planetary positions create a fascinating celestial landscape that will significantly influence your daily experience. The Sun will be positioned in Taurus at approximately 28 degrees, moving into the final phases of this earthy sign, which resonates well with your practical Virgo nature. This position activates your ninth house of higher learning, philosophy, and exploration, prompting you to seek deeper meaning in your everyday activities. Mercury, your ruling planet, will be stationed in Gemini at around 15 degrees, creating an intellectually stimulating atmosphere as it transits your 10th house of career and public reputation. This placement is particularly powerful for you as a Virgo, enhancing your communication abilities and analytical thinking in professional settings. With Mercury in its home sign of Gemini, your mental acuity will be exceptionally sharp, allowing you to articulate complex ideas with remarkable clarity. The moon will be in Aquarius on this day, activating your 6th house of daily routines, health, and service. This position creates an interesting dynamic, as it encourages you to approach your methodical Virgo tendencies with innovative Aquarian energy. You may find yourself reimagining your daily systems and procedures with fresh, progressive insights. Venus will be positioned in Gemini at approximately 7 degrees, also in your 10th house of career alongside Mercury. This beneficial placement suggests that charm and diplomacy will play important roles in your professional life. Relationships with authority figures and colleagues will likely flow more harmoniously, potentially opening doors for advancement through social connections. Mars will be stationed in Aries at around 12 degrees, energizing your 8th house of shared resources, transformation, and intimate connections. This placement brings dynamic energy to financial matters involving others, whether investments, taxes, inheritances, or shared assets. Be mindful of potential impulsiveness regarding joint financial decisions. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and opportunity, will be in Gemini at approximately 2 degrees, joining Mercury and Venus in your 10th house. This triple activation of your career sector suggests significant professional growth possibilities. Jupiter's presence amplifies Mercury's gifts, potentially bringing recognition for your intellectual contributions or communication skills. Saturn continues its transit through Pisces at around 15 degrees, occupying your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. This placement brings a sobering, structuring energy to your one-on-one connections, whether personal or professional. You may be dealing with important lessons about commitment, boundaries, and responsibility within your closest relationships. Uranus remains in Gemini at approximately 3 degrees, joining the planetary party in your 10th house. This suggests unexpected developments or sudden changes in your career path. While potentially disruptive, this energy can also break you free from stagnant professional situations and catalyze exciting new directions. Neptune will be stationed in Aries at around 0 degrees, having recently changed signs, activating your 8th house alongside Mars. This combination can bring spiritual insights regarding shared resources and intimate connections, though it may also cloud judgment in these areas. Maintaining clarity about financial boundaries will be essential. Pluto will be positioned in Aquarius at approximately 3 degrees, influencing your 6th house of daily work and health routines. This transformative energy encourages deep changes in how you approach your day-to-day productivity and wellness practices. Old, ineffective habits may be eliminated to make way for more authentic approaches. The North Node in Capricorn and South Node in Cáncer will be activating your 5th and 11th houses, respectively, highlighting a developmental journey between creative self-expression and community involvement. This nodal axis suggests growth comes through disciplined application of your creative talents rather than falling back on comfortable group dynamics. Chiron, the wounded healer, will be in Aries at around 23 degrees in your 8th house, potentially bringing healing opportunities around issues of vulnerability, intimacy, and shared resources. Old wounds related to trust may surface for resolution. Looking at significant aspects, the Mercury-Jupiter conjunction in your 10th house forms a powerful trine to your natal Virgo placements, creating an exceptional window for professional communication and expansion. The Saturn in Pisces opposition to your Virgo sun creates tension between your personal identity and relationship responsibilities, requiring conscious balancing. The Uranus-Neptune square creates background tension between revolutionary career changes and spiritual financial insights, potentially manifesting as uncertainty about security versus freedom. Meanwhile, Mars in Aries forms a challenging square to Pluto in Aquarius, intensifying power dynamics between your daily work routines and deeper financial entanglements. For Virgos, the concentration of planets in your 10th house suggests May 19th will be a day where professional matters take center stage, with communication being your strongest asset. The analytical precision of your Virgo nature is amplified by these planetary positions, allowing you to solve complex problems and articulate solutions with remarkable clarity. As May 19th, 2025 unfolds for Virgos, your communication sphere undergoes significant transformation due to Mercury forming a harmonious trine with Jupiter. This celestial configuration opens exceptional channels for intellectual expression and meaningful dialogue. Your natural analytical abilities are heightened today, allowing you to articulate complex concepts with remarkable clarity and precision. This isn't merely about being understood. It's about conveying your ideas with an eloquence that resonates deeply with others. The moon's position in Gemini activates your 10th house of career and public image, suggesting that professional communications take center stage. Presentations, meetings, and important correspondence all benefit from your enhanced verbal dexterity. Your superiors are particularly receptive to your ideas now, making this an optimal time to pitch projects or request resources for initiatives you're passionate about. There's a noticeable confidence in your delivery that commands attention without seeming aggressive or domineering. Meanwhile, Venus in your 8th house forms a subtle sextile with Saturn, bringing a measured, thoughtful quality to more intimate conversations. You're able to navigate difficult topics with both sensitivity and honesty, a rare combination that strengthens your closest relationships. This aspect particularly supports discussions involving shared resources, investments, or long-term planning with partners, both romantic and professional. For creative Virgos, Neptune's influence enhances your imaginative expression. Writing, artistic pursuits, and other creative endeavors flow more naturally today. You may find yourself experimenting with poetic language or metaphorical expression that adds depth and nuance to your communication style. This temporary departure from your typically practical mode of expression refreshes your perspective and attracts different types of listeners to your message. Mars positioned in your third house energizes your mental faculties and verbal assertions. Your words carry more impact than usual, so be mindful of their power. This planetary placement accelerates thought processes, potentially leading to brilliant insights, but also requiring careful attention to prevent speaking too hastily in heated moments. Channel this mental vigor into problem solving rather than potential conflicts. Digital communications receive a favorable boost from Uranus, suggesting unexpected connections through social media, email, or other technological platforms. A message sent on impulse could open surprising doors, particularly in professional networks or educational pursuits. Virtual meetings and online collaborations flow smoothly, with technical disruptions minimized. For Virgos engaged in academic pursuits or teaching roles, today offers exceptional clarity in explaining complex subjects. Students absorb your instruction readily, and colleagues appreciate your methodical breakdown of intricate topics. If you've been struggling to communicate a particular concept, today's energy supports breakthrough understanding. Pluto's transformative energy touches your self-expression in subtle ways, encouraging authenticity even when it feels vulnerable. You might find yourself sharing thoughts or feelings you typically keep private, leading to deeper connections with trusted confidants. This isn't about dramatic revelations, but rather selective transparency that benefits your emotional well-being and key relationships. The day's communication pattern suggests 3 distinct phases. Morning brings analytical precision ideal for detailed work and planning. Midday emphasizes collaborative communication and teamwork, while evening hours favor heart-centered expression and emotional intelligence. Adapting your approach throughout these phases maximizes your communicative effectiveness. Specific communication challenges today might include a tendency toward over-explanation. Remember that your audience may not require the level of detail you naturally provide. Practice conciseness without sacrificing accuracy. Additionally, watch for perfectionist tendencies disrupting the flow of conversation. Not every exchange needs to be flawlessly constructed. Sometimes spontaneity carries its own wisdom. In written communications, your meticulous attention to structure serves you exceptionally well. Proposals, reports, or significant correspondence drafted today carry persuasive power through their logical organization and thoughtful phrasing. Consider documenting important ideas that surface throughout the day. They may prove valuable for future reference. Listening skills are equally enhanced, allowing you to detect subtle undertones in conversations that might normally escape notice. This receptivity makes you an excellent mediator for any interpersonal tensions among colleagues or family members. Your ability to summarize different perspectives fairly earns respect and appreciation. For single Virgos, today's communicative fluency extends to romantic interactions. Dating conversations flow with unusual ease, and your authentic self-expression attracts potential partners who genuinely appreciate your mind. Paired Virgos find that heart-to-heart talks with significant others yield greater understanding and strengthen emotional bonds. Vocal qualities are subtly influenced by today's astrology. Your speaking voice carries more resonance and authority. If you typically struggle with public speaking or asserting yourself in group settings, the day's energy supports stepping beyond these limitations. Record important thoughts as voice notes if you can't immediately act on them. Your verbal clarity today deserves preservation. For Virgos on May 19, 2025, financial matters take an interesting turn as Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a productive trine with Saturn in Pisces. This alignment brings structure to your financial planning, particularly regarding shared resources, investments, and long-term security. Today's energies support methodical approaches to money management, with particular emphasis on reviewing joint financial arrangements or partnership opportunities. The moon in Capricorn enhances your natural analytical abilities, making this an excellent day to scrutinize budgets, identify inefficiencies in spending, and implement more disciplined financial systems. If you've been contemplating a structured savings plan or debt reduction strategy, today's planetary energies provide the perfect backdrop for establishing sustainable financial habits. Venus in Gemini activates your career sector, potentially bringing financial opportunities through professional connections or intellectual pursuits. This placement suggests that your communication skills could directly translate to financial gain today, perhaps through a presentation, proposal, or important conversation with decision makers. Jupiter's expansive influence in your 8th house amplifies opportunities for financial growth through investments, inheritances, or resources shared with others. Be particularly attentive to financial communications. An email, message, or conversation could contain valuable information leading to monetary advantage. Uranus in Taurus continues its long-term transit through your 9th house, suggesting that financial opportunities may arrive through unconventional educational pursuits, foreign connections, or innovative thinking that breaks from traditional approaches. Today's aspect between Venus and Jupiter particularly favors financial collaborations that involve intellectual property, digital assets, or knowledge-based enterprises. For Virgos working in finance, accounting, analysis, or technical fields, your natural precision is especially valued today and could position you for recognition that has monetary benefits attached. The Sun in Taurus illuminates your sector of higher learning and expansion, indicating that investments in education or skills development could yield significant financial returns in the coming months. Consider courses, certifications, or training programs that might enhance your earning potential. Neptune's position suggests some caution is warranted regarding workplace financial matters. Ensure all details are thoroughly examined before committing to new professional financial arrangements. Today's numerological influence of the number 1, from 1 plus 9 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 19, 1 plus 9 equals 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1, brings energies of new beginnings in financial matters. This could manifest as the perfect day to launch a new budget, begin a savings initiative, or take the first step in a wealth-building strategy. The afternoon hours are particularly favorable for financial negotiations or discussions, as the Capricorn moon forms supportive aspects that enhance your practical thinking and persuasive abilities. For Virgos involved in side businesses or freelance work, today's energies support systemizing your approach to pricing, invoicing, and payment collection. Implementing more efficient processes now will yield benefits for months to come. Regarding investments, the planets suggest favoring stable, growth-oriented opportunities over speculative ventures. Your natural Virgo caution serves you well today, though the Jupiter influence indicates that calculated risks in familiar sectors could prove rewarding. Pay particular attention to financial opportunities that align with your values and ethical standards. The current planetary positions suggest that authentic alignment between your principles and your money management choices will yield the most sustainable results. The evening brings a subtle shift as the moon aspects Neptune, potentially inspiring creative financial thinking. You might receive an intuitive insight about a money matter that has been puzzling you. Trust this intuition, but verify details before acting. For coupled Virgos, today favors constructive discussions about shared financial goals with partners. Single Virgos might find value in connecting with financially savvy individuals who share your pragmatic approach to resource management. Overall, May 19th offers Virgos a day where your natural talents for analysis, organization, and improvement can directly translate to financial advancement, particularly when you apply your skills systematically and with clear intention toward long-term security. Your analytical abilities are exceptionally heightened today, Virgo, as Mercury forms a harmonious trine with Saturn. This cosmic alignment particularly benefits your sixth house of work and daily routines, making May 19th an extremely fortunate day for tackling complex problems that have resisted solution. You'll find your mind operating with laser-like precision, able to detect patterns and inconsistencies that others miss entirely. This is not just intellectual sharpness, it's practical magic at your fingertips. Projects involving detailed analysis, research, or methodical organization will yield extraordinary results. Your ability to communicate technical information clearly to others is also enhanced, making this an excellent day for presentations or explaining complicated concepts. The Venus-Jupiter conjunction in your ninth house simultaneously opens fortunate pathways in areas of higher education, publishing, legal matters, and anything involving foreign connections. If you've been considering enrolling in an advanced course of study, applying for a grant, or submitting work for publication, the universe is creating a powerful tailwind for these endeavors. Health matters are another area of unexpected fortune today. Insights about your physical well-being might suddenly become clear, particularly regarding the connection between your digestive system, your astrological weak spot, and your overall energy levels. A small adjustment to your routine could yield significant improvements. Financial documentation and careful record-keeping are especially favored. You might discover an overlooked deduction, reimbursement opportunity, or accounting error in your favor. Your capacity to help others through your analytical skills creates a circle of good fortune that returns to you threefold. Someone you assist today will remember your kindness and open doors for you in the coming weeks. Workplaces and environments that value precision, attention to detail, and methodical approaches will recognize your contributions more readily today. If you felt overlooked or underappreciated, the cosmic spotlight now illuminates your quiet competence. Nature-based activities, particularly gardening, herbalism, or organizing outdoor spaces, align perfectly with today's energies, offering both practical rewards and spiritual replenishment. The combination of Mercury's analytical gifts and Earth sign pragmatism allows you to harmonize seemingly contradictory elements in your life, finding the perfect balance between idealism and practicality. Trust your instincts around efficiency today. Your intuitive sense of how systems could work better is profoundly accurate and worth documenting for future implementation. On May 19, 2025, Virgo's social landscape is experiencing a notable transformation as Mercury forms a supportive trine with Jupiter in your 11th house of friendships and social networks. This planetary alignment is opening doors to meaningful connections that could prove beneficial both personally and professionally. The day begins with the moon in harmony-seeking Libra, activating your second house of values and resources, suggesting that your social interactions today will likely center around shared values and mutually beneficial exchanges. Venus, currently transiting through Gemini in your 10th house of career and public image, is casting a favorable aspect to your Sun, enhancing your charisma and making you particularly appealing in group settings. This is an excellent day to network, attend social gatherings related to your professional interests, or reconnect with colleagues who share your ambitions. There's a subtle tension between Saturn in Pisces in your 7th house of partnerships and Mars in your sign, indicating that while you may feel energized and motivated to connect with others, there's a need to respect boundaries and approach relationships with maturity and patience. Not every connection needs to be rushed or forced. Allow some relationships to develop organically over time. The most fascinating aspect of today's celestial picture for you, Virgo, is Neptune's influence in your partnership sector, which is being gently activated by today's planetary movements. This suggests that while you're typically practical and discerning in your social choices, today you might benefit from allowing more intuitive and compassionate connections to form. Someone you meet or interact with today could inspire you in unexpected ways or share a creative vision that resonates with your own hidden aspirations. Mercury's position also indicates that communications with friends and associates will flow more smoothly than usual. Express your ideas confidently, as others are more receptive to your perspective today. A message or conversation could lead to an invitation that connects you with a new social circle aligned with your intellectual interests. Jupiter's benevolent presence in your house of social connections suggests that friendships formed or strengthened today have the potential for significant growth and mutual benefit. There's an expansive quality to your social interactions. People you meet may introduce you to new ideas, cultures, or opportunities that broaden your horizons. The Sun-Pluto aspect active today adds a layer of depth to your social encounters. Surface-level conversations won't satisfy you. Instead, you're drawn to meaningful exchanges that reveal something true about the human experience. This is an excellent day for heart-to-heart conversations with trusted friends or for joining group discussions about topics of substance. For those Virgos in established relationships, this is a day to nurture your connection through shared social activities. Attending an event together or spending time with mutual friends could reinvigorate your bond.